sauce. Michael here. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the future of our drinking water. Let's check it out. Here I have my science fair project, and it is a dew trap, which basically through condensation in the air, it collects miniature water droplets through this plastic wrap where they drop down into these two gutter containers and collect the water right there. And so my prediction was that each day the dew trap would collect enough water to sustain people's bodily needs, or one person's bodily needs, for H2O. And my prediction was correct because each day it has done that so far. So if you think about it, if this type of experiment was funded, and then we could make multiple of these and put them into impoverished countries that do not have clean or have no drinking water whatsoever, and we could save multiple lives by just this simple, cheap experiment. And this experiment could basically change our world forever by giving us a new way of collecting clean drinking water just through the air. Amazing, isn't it? So how I built this experiment, it was pretty simple. I took a metal clothing drying rack and I covered it in a plastic insulation sheet, such as the ones I have on my patio windows. And after I covered it, I taped it up to make sure no rain would mess up the results of the experiment, which it has held up pretty well. And after each major rainstorm, I would check to make sure that the gutters did not overfill or no rain got in, which none has so far, so that's good. And basically how it worked was on hot, humid days when there was lots of moisture in the air, condensation would cause water droplets to form on the inside of the plastic sheet and eventually drip down into my gutter pieces. And there's many ways to do this experiment. I've seen ones where people dig holes in the ground and put in plastic baking trays and then cover that with plastic sheets, and then it collected the moisture through the ground, which those are pretty cool too. But mine, I looked at other experiments of people who did the ground experiment, and they collected significantly less amounts of water than I did with this experiment. The only flaw with this experiment was that pollen, I don't know if you can see it, but pollen started forming on the inside of the plastic, and the water was a little bit affected by that, which it doesn't really affect the acidity or make the water bad for drinking. It might just change the taste a little bit, which really isn't that big of a mishap. So basically my ideology for building this experiment was not just because it was for a grade, but I was truly interested in whether or not this experiment could collect enough water to sustain people's bodily needs for H2O, and it did. So I am thoroughly surprised, and you cannot judge a book by its cover on this one. It may look like a piece of junk, but really this could change the world forever. It could give clean water to impoverished countries that do not have it. This simple, cheap experiment could be a revolution.
You're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get